What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about how I made 7K on the side, and you can too. Alright guys, so I want to talk today about how I made 7K on the side by literally doing no work at all. Now, I put a little bit of work in, obviously, that goes without saying, but realistically, it wasn't much at all. I listed a few things and then kind of just collected sales and money as the year went on. So what was the time frame that I specifically made the 7K in? How did I do it? Where did I do it? What did I sell? And how did I go about this entire process? I'm going to tell you all that here right now so that you can replicate that if you want and make money yourself with this same exact method. And I honestly might have done, in the beginning when I was listing, maybe an hour every other week. And then probably nowadays, I literally don't do anything. I don't do anything. I don't even share realistically anymore. My automation software does that for me, and I simply just collect the money. So it goes through, I'll be going through my day. I don't even pay attention to this. Obviously, we're going to talk about Poshmark, which is an app and a site here in a second. That's where I list the clothes and actually make the sales. But I literally do nothing. I go out my day, just like a normal day. I do a little bit of arbitrage in the morning. I record some stuff like this where I'm talking to you. Maybe I take a couple consulting calls and I go back to recording some content and editing, and then maybe I script some stuff for the next day and kind of get situated before I read or something like that. It's my typical day. I don't do any selling. I don't push any clothes. I don't share anything on Poshmark. Nothing. Every once in a while, every couple days or so, I'll get a sale on Poshmark and collect an extra 10 to 50 bucks potentially, depending on how many sales that is, per day without doing anything because I've built the business up and set it up this way. You can do it too. So how do I do it? First and foremost, what was the time frame? How much money did I make? Because I'm basing this claim off the fact that I made $7,000, and that was actually over this entire year to date. So it's currently 11/1, November 1st. So that's 11 months that I made $7,000. Not the best, but if you factor in the fact that I literally have done no work whatsoever, I'm sure you can use an extra $7,000 this coming year or the next year after that, and every year to come potentially. And there's no reason why you can't exponentially increase that once you build up. You'll see here that I only have about 42,000 followers on Poshmark, and my automation software shares for me, and I have about 372 listings, and I made about 7 G's. With it, obviously, they're still closed. I'm going to show you here in a second. So $7,000 divided by, that's 700. That is not $7,000. $7,000 divided by 11 months is about $636 a month. So that's about $636 extra that I get paid a month for literally doing nothing because I set some stuff up on this website. So let me show you here exactly what I mean before I talk about what you can sell, how you can source products, and how you can actually scale this business model up so you can make that money. So I actually sold this today. I had 2 pairs of these Express Photographer stretch cotton pants, and I'm going to show you this here in a second. They don't fit me anymore. They were 32, 34s, or 34, 32s or something. I'm a 32, 32, so they were a little bit wide in the waist, so they didn't really fit me. So I actually sold one of these today, and I will be shipping that out a little bit later. So that's an extra 30 bucks that I just made. Poshmark takes its cut, but they take their cut from the buyer. So if you list it for $29, you don't pay shipping. The buyer pays the shipping. The buyer pays the fees. You get paid that $29. Or actually, I take that back. I apologize. You do actually pay the fees. The buyer pays the shipping. You pay the fees. So if I listed this for $29 bucks, I forget what I actually make, but let's check it. Where is this? I might make... Of course, it's not going to tell me here. I might make like 32 bucks from this. There's a slight percentage that Poshmark takes, or sorry, 22 bucks. But the key here is it doesn't cost you anything to list it. It doesn't cost you anything to ship it. You can print the shipping out label for free, shipping label out for free, ship that product in free envelopes, which I'm going to talk about here. It's super simple. Free envelopes and free boxes that you can get from the post office, 100% free. The whole business model can be set up super, super cheaply and pretty much free. And you can use old clothes, so you can sell your old clothes in your closet, or you can sell other stuff that you source really, really cheaply. I'm going to give you examples of both of those here in a second. So let me just go through my closet and show you exactly all the stuff that I've sold. Sold. Just continue scrolling. Just sold. All sorts of stuff sold. All these are not for sale because I canceled the listings, but sold. I could keep scrolling and scrolling. I've sold so many things on this site, and the key here is it's not like another e-commerce platform. I don't do any work. I really don't. I barely do any work, and you don't have to either. You can set up automation software to do all your sharing for you. What do I mean by that? Put simply, I'm not going to get into this too much, but if I were going to go to, let's go up to a party. Typically what happens is Poshmark is a site where people go ahead and they buy and sell clothes. But people are really passionate on this app, and for whatever reason, they like to share your content. They like to put it, they'll post, you know, they'll share your potential closet listing to their followers. They'll share your potential closet listing to, you know, their followers on Twitter or their Pinterest page or whatever it is. So basically what you do is you go through and you typically share stuff. And then those people will see that you shared and they'll share it back to their followers. And that's how you gain exposure and sell clothes. Without getting too into the business model, you don't have to do that. You can set up automation software that does all that for you 24/7, and that's how you scale it up with no work necessary. Now, when you do go ahead and list, you're gonna have to list some stuff, obviously, but it's super simple. So if you can use an extra $600 to $1,000 a month by pretty much doing nothing, I would suggest looking into Poshmark. Now, I do have a Poshmark course. There's a $10 discount link in the description if you guys want to check that out, and go ahead and grab that. It will teach you the ins and outs of setting up stuff, listing the stuff, the most optimal time to share and list, how to form your listing so that you get the most bang for your buck and exposure on the actual platform, and then obviously how to set the automation up so that you can basically scale this business up. You can do this on the side like I do. I don't even do this an hour a week. I might do this 20 minutes a week. All I simply do is, what I'll do here is I'm about to tell you some specific examples of stuff you can sell. This is something I sourced on Amazon for 50 cents. If somebody went ahead and bought this, I could sell this. This is an anti-snore kit. So I could go ahead and sell this on Poshmark for like 10 to 20 bucks. Someone buys it, I make money. I put it in the free package, seal the package up, print the shipping label out, tape it onto the front, and boom, done. Drop it in a post office mailbox somewhere. It's paid for. I don't do any work. It takes maybe 5 minutes of my day on the way home to drop it in, on the way back to my actual apartment to drop it in the mailbox. Super simple. Now, these are free. You can get boxes from the post office free, all different sizes, 100% free. I show you how to do that in the course. I believe the tape was like, I bought a package of it right here on Amazon, as I frequently do, for arbitrage as well, for, I think it was like 10 bucks for 6 of these things. So super cheap, super easy to set up. And the key here, guys, is you can scale this business model. You can make the $600 a month on the side. You can scale this business model all the way up to probably a couple grand a month, realistically, if you have enough things to sell. So what can you sell? Well, you can sell a lot of things. For example, like I said, the Express Photographer pants. So this is something for my closet. I have a bunch of other stuff right over there that I'm about to list. It might take me 20 minutes to list 30 things. Super easy, super cheap, super simple, super cheap. It's super free. And that's realistically it. You can start with old stuff from your closet. Everybody has old clothes that they don't wear that have just hit the back of the rotation in the closet. You can flip them and make money off them, then use that couple $100 that you used to make money off those old clothes and turn it into a longer term business on Poshmark if you want to do that. Or you can take that money and invest it into another long-term business off the site. The key here is it's super easy to make side money on Poshmark because people are already inclined to buy clothes on this site. They're already looking for all the name brands and all the clothes on this website. You can sell used clothes on this website. You can sell new clothes on this website. You can sell new items that are clothes relevant on this website, and people, for some reason, I'm not a Poshmark aficionado, but for some reason, they love buying clothes on this website. I don't get it, but I will gladly take their money in exchange for the clothes that I do not want. So I would recommend that if you want to go ahead and straight sourcing, I teach you how to do that in the course. Source items that are 100% new on Amazon, like this right here. I source these all the time for like 50 cents to $2. Return on Poshmark, is probably a good 10 to 20 bucks per item, roughly, depending on the item. Make a lot of money doing that. If you're not going to do arbitrage with these, you can sell them back on Poshmark, or for whatever reason, anything else that you might have around the house that are clothes relevant. You can also go to the back of your closet and sell, like I said, those old clothing items and make money that way, then reinvest them back into a boutique or buy wholesale from a Poshmark manufacturer. I teach you all that in the course. So I wanted to talk about that today because it's a great opportunity to make some side money, and it's also a great opportunity to make a living. If you're looking for an extra an extra couple $1,000s a month, this might be a good option for you, especially if you're more clothing oriented. So link in the description to the $10 discount link for the course if you want to grab that. Hit that like button if you appreciate the value in today's video and you appreciate, me kind of going through and showing you exactly how I'm making money online, because I love to share those things with you. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.